Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about 5 palettes I think is perfect for beginner if they want to go into a more colorful eye look, and if you want to see what palettes those are, then keep on watching. Of course, disclaimer, those are palettes I already have. If you want to see a second part or maybe something different about that, then please write it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I upload 3 times a week. And now, let's start. Let's start with one from Jaclyns Place, and this one is the Nubian 3 Coral one. It has no mirror, but it does have a lot of like colors that are more peachy. You also have brownish, warm brown tones, and you definitely can see there are some grays inside as well. So this one, I feel like you can go bolder with it. So you have more of a really peach toned look with a lot of like colors, but you also can go on a gray direction, but you also can tone it down and do a quite neutral look with it. You have at least great tones, like brown tones here as well in shimmer and also matte format that you can use and do a quite neutral look. So this one is one of those palettes that you can branch out into a little bit more color, but you don't have to. And that is, I think, why I do like this one for like an beginner friendly pass into colorful makeup. And I do own it because I do love colors like corals and peaches, and of course I do love the gray tones. I do have the gray tone on today as well as my liner, and yeah, I absolutely love it. The second one is one from the travel series from BH Cosmetics. You definitely have in the travel series several palettes that can use like neutrals, a lot of neutrals in them, but also like a pop of color, most likely pink or like blues or anything. So I think the travel series in general is a great beginner palette for a colorful look, and so is the Smitten in Switzerland one. I did buy it because I do love the colors. You can definitely see you can go in a quite neutral direction. You do have a little bit of a neutral route, but you also, this one comes with a mirror by the way, but you also can branch out, use maybe a pink, or even though a green, you also have the option of a blue and a yellow, or more orange yellow to be honest. So this one is also a great palette if you do want to have the option or opportunity to use maybe these colors, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Also, these ones are great travel palettes because I think you have everything. The shimmers are really shiny and pigmented. The mattes are really nice and blendable. I think the BH Cosmetics series is in general a great formula to use as a beginner as well. So this one is my second palette. The next one is indeed more 2 palettes, but it is from the same series, so I think I will mention both of these, but of course you can choose maybe which one you like more. Those are the Star Wars and Colourpop collaborations. These 2 in particular, the Mandalorian as well, it has one yellow, but I mean, you can use that and say, well, it's more colorful, but I think these have a little bit more color. So if you want to, go into a little bit of a color, a little bit, not too much. I think the Child palette is my favorite of all of them when you want to have a neutral but also like colorful option, because this one has, try to not blend you, these have mirrors indeed. First of all, it is super cute design, 10 out of 10, but also you do have like a neutral row, and then you have also like a greenish mintish row. I did use these on my day-to-day basis. I used a lot of the neutrals and then maybe use this darker green in the outer corner, or maybe the mint in the inner corner. So I think this one is a great palette when you wanted to add a little bit of color in your look, but you don't want to overdo it, because I do think green tones are not as bright that you would see it from a mile away. I think this one is a great option for that. And the other one is the Darth Vader one, which is a little bit more advanced, I would already say, but it has like a little bit of a red tone here and here, and I think that is something you can incorporate, but you don't have to. Also, this Super Shock Shadow is more of a pink tone, so you can use the dark red, like I said, in the outer corners, or even this one in the inner corners, which is a little bit more pink. Other than this, it's more cool toned, which of course this one is way more warm toned. So I think that is also a great option. So like I said, Star Wars and ColourPop in collaboration do have a lot of great, they can do both neutral and colorful as well. Also, of course, these are just the palettes I own from ColourPop, but of course they do have a great variety in general, with neutral palettes with just a pop of anything. Like Limoncello palette is one example for that, and like I said, these two I do own because they are a little bit more colorful, so I like it more. But if, like I said, if you do like a lot of neutrals with just a pop of color, ColourPop do have a lot of them. I think the next palettes are maybe no surprise. I think you know them all, and like I said, there are also more than one palette as an example for them, and those are the Anastasia palettes in general. Normally expect for the sultry, even though it has a pop of pink, one at least. I think that the Anastasia palettes mostly have a good mixture of a little bit of color and a lot of neutral. For example, the Jaclyns palette, it is a little bit more colorful. That's why I think it's my absolute favorite. But of course, you can go with all the neutral tones in this direction. You can pop on a little bit of a dark purple in the outer corner, or even a pinkish mauve look if you like to. There are a few shimmers that are lighter. You can use a red shimmer if you like to, but if you don't, it's also not a big deal. So I think this one is a great example of you can do both if you like to, but you don't have to. And the same goes, like I said, except I think for the sultry one, also for the like Novena one. Lot of neutrals with just a pop of pinks and purples, and also if you go really old school, also the Modern Renaissance, which has like neutrals, cool and warm tones, and then just a pop of orange and pinks. So these, like I said, I think Anastasia has a good balance between both. If you're of course a lover of colorful makeup like I am, these are like nice to have, but not, you know, just too colorful. And the last one, and I hope it's still available. If not, I will bring in one more. But normally the Beauty Bay formula palettes are really nice. This one in particular, the Age of Opulence, is one I would totally recommend to someone that wants to have both, because this one in particular is a more neutral mixed in with jewel tones, and you definitely can see there are a lot of like browns in here, but you can also like have an option of a purple, a blue, or a pink here. Also, it has a regular gold, so the colors are really nice, and if you like that, I think this one is a good one. So if you want to have like, if it is still available, I will link it down below. But if you have it already, you definitely can tell me if you do feel the same, that this one is a great neutral palette with a little bit more pops of color than regular, but I feel like this is a great palette to have. If the Age of Opulence is not available, I also do have to say I absolutely love the Kaleidos Sashimi City as a neutral option with a little bit of a twist as well. So it's more of a bonus. This one is not available, and this one is the palette. It is indeed a more like a corally brownish color, but you can definitely see those beautiful duochrome shades. These are amazing. This one is amazing if you say you want to dip your toes into a little bit of color, but you are really just don't know how, when, or you know, if color was something for you. I think this one is great because you do have more of these browns. You do have a little bit more of a yellowy brown, and like a more warm and a more cool tone brown, and then of course this more peachy shade. And like I said, you have both of these duochromes, which are just stunning. The one with this one is a greenish gold color, and with a little tint of blue. I don't know if you can tell. And the other one is more of like a gold, but with a pink shift as well. You can definitely see these are stunning. Those are amazing shades for your lid. So if you want to experiment with them, I think Kaleidos is a great opportunity, a great chance to start with color as well. And like I said, I do absolutely love the quality of Kaleidos shadows, and they also have a little bit more colorful like 6 pens as well, so you can definitely choose. If you go on the side, they also have normally the option for these 6 pen palettes that you select 3 and pay a little bit less, just so you know. And this is the quick video about 5 palettes I think would be great for beginners if they want to start with a little bit of color but they are not sure about it. I think these palettes are amazing. Maybe write down your pick for a palette that is great for like people that wanted to start with color but don't want to buy like a rainbow palette. So just keep it down in the comment section below. I will pin the ones I think are a great option. So if you search one and you don't like the options I showed you, then you can look in the comments down below. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Also turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. I upload 3 times a week. Also, if you want to be part of the giveaway I have on my Instagram, then also subscribe to my Instagram and maybe also my TikTok because it's kind of fun. And yeah, we'll see us in the next video. I wish you a beautiful week. Bye guys.